Revelation 19. Um, in Revelation 19, the Lord is worshipped and praised in heaven for his judgments, and the marriage of the Lamb is come. Blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. This particular verse pertains not to the bride, but to the bridesmaids. So that has to be seen differently than being the bride, because obviously the bride is there, but blessed are those who are called unto the supper of the Lamb, so who are allowed to attend the wedding feast or supper. After that, heaven opened, and a white horse with on it the word of God, King of kings and Lord of lords. And an angel stood in the sun and cried with a loud voice, saying, to all the fowls of that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God, to eat the flesh of the kings, captains, mighty men, horses, and them that sit on them. So you have two suppers here. The marriage supper, when that is over, all the armies of heaven, so the redeemed of the Lord, the bride, the bridesmaids, everyone will gather themselves on white horses, with Jesus also on a white horse, and they will be ushered in by an angel standing in the sun, crying with a loud voice, and calling the fowls of the earth to gather themselves to eat flesh of kings, captains, mighty men, horses, and them that sit on them. So this is another supper. This is the supper of the great God, and the marriage supper is called the marriage supper of the Lamb. So these are two different suppers, both mentioned in this chapter. And then you have the conclusion of everything. The beast, the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against the Lord and against his army. The beast was taken without a fight with the false prophet. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. That's the second death. They were alive, thrown in there. The remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth. Amazing, the word of God. The battle was against the remnant, the remaining ones, but the beast, so the antichrist and the false prophet, were thrown alive in the lake of fire, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh.